Yacht Luscantire 4, an absolutely beautiful Bestevaer 62 aluminium hull expedition yacht. So overall the passage is about 750 nautical miles. We're leaving Makkum in the Netherlands, just north of Amsterdam, and once we're out of the islands outside of the Netherlands, we'll be pretty much heading up the North Sea on a bearing of 0 degrees, and then going around the coastline of Norway, past Bergen, and into Trondheim.
So we've just been doing some provisioning for the boat, so we've got lots of water, lots of food for our journey for the next 5 days. Now we've got to get it on board.
Just looking at the weather conditions here on Windy, it's still pretty breezy at the moment, gusting, well, 26 knots, gusting 37, but by the time we head out, the forecast is dropping, and we're looking at 17 knots, gusting 20, and the good news is it's southerly, so it's going to be right behind us. So Fekka, tell me, you work for the Yard, right?
Yes, I work for the Yard. Yeah.
And what do you do for the Yard?
Doing most of the electrics, yeah, and some engineering.
And we're very lucky to have you on board with us up to Bergen as extra crew.
Yeah.
Here's our pilotage route out of Makkum and into the North Sea. It's about 35 nautical miles, and we'll be leaving Makkum fairly shortly.
Sound of that engine, Richard?
I can't hear a thing. Is it on?
Electric engine.
Well, we're just making our way out of Makkum right now. It's actually a really lovely day. Quite a light breeze now, still southerly, fairly warm. And we're going to make our way to the lock. Well, we've now turned to a heading of 0 degrees. Actually, the tide's pushing us on more like 10 degrees, but that's okay because we want to get a little bit closer to this traffic separation scheme. Then we can go 10 or 20 degrees to port, correct our heading, and cross the TSS at a more perpendicular angle. It's 01:30 in the morning on the 1st of April. We've completed over 400 nautical miles from Makkum to Norway, making great progress. There's some very strong northeasterlies forecasts in the next 2 or 3 days, so we're about to head in towards Bergen to hide from those strong winds for a day or two. We're about 10 miles off our entrance into the first Fjord, and then we're going to make our way up to Bergen. The fog has cleared. We can actually see some lights on the mainland of Norway now. But navigating in this vessel is so easy. We've got all the technology here with AIS and radar. We've had some pretty dense fog for the last 12 hours, but using the equipment, it's no problem at all managing a safe passage. 5 nautical mile trip up the fjords to Bergen was simply magical. The freezing dense fog of the North Sea was replaced with the early morning mist rolling off the mountains. With no other boats on the water, just a single military vessel lurking in and out of the sea mist. We all felt very privileged to be on board this magnificent sailing vessel. We were tired and cold, but we had a real sense of pride having crossed the North Sea. Our route up the fjords took us past small houses nestled in the sides of the hills. Then we went north under Sotra Bridge at 49 metres high, then turned to starboard and went under Ascoy Bridge at 63 metres high. With 28 metres of air draft, we had plenty of clearance, but it always feels much closer than it really is. The last time I came into Bergen was on Cunard's Queen Victoria a couple of years ago, but this was far more special. On Queen Victoria it rained non-stop, but coming in under our own steam on this unbelievably lovely yacht in the spring sunshine was an undeniable treat. Way now, left Bergen. So we were routing ourselves up here, but we were called up by the military firing range doing exercises in this area today. They said there'd be a substantial delay if we decided to continue our route, so they rerouted us up this fjord, and we've just crossed underneath this rather lovely bridge with a 32 metre clearance, and now we're going to make our way navigating up through the islands this way and then rejoin our original passage plan. Just going under a second bridge, this one's 50 metres high, and it's raining, very cold rain. Well, it's freezing cold outside, freezing rain, but we're lovely toasty and dry in here in the doghouse with the heating on. Up after a sleep to my next watch, and the landscape has dramatically changed. We're now surrounded by gorgeous snow-capped mountains. How are you enjoying the view? This is glorious.
basking in the sunshine. I think it's about -2 degrees. It was snowing earlier, but now it's glorious sunshine. And we're still making our way through the fjords on our way to Trondheim. I was just going into Trondheim after about